Hello, YouTube. And, this is my response to two people, the young lady, the Ethiopian, who made that response about blacks, and also Cameraeye11. First, the Cameraeye11, before I address the young lady. You have no clue. I've seen a couple of your little YouTube posts, and you seem to always got some pointing. This right here at black people. Really? I sent you a message telling you that I will debate with you and debunk everything you have a problem with that you find with black people. It is true that the black race has a lot of problems. So does a lot of other races. The difference in what makes the black culture and the black people unique is the fact that here in America, black people have a lot to climb out of. Okay? The Ethiopian wanted to make reference to the fact that she's second generation African Ethiopian over here. Whereas most Americans, and me for myself, I am damn age 40. Matter of fact, I'm a year from 40, 39. I know I don't look it. I'm blessed. But she made that reference to totally show how she separates herself. Matter of fact, just to give you a little reference to her, she made sure she separated herself from not just being an average black woman. You're black, okay? If something was to go down in America, they would describe her. They won't put Ethiopian. They wouldn't. If she was to be arrested just off some just cause because some woman might look like her, they're going to call her black. Right off of looking at her, they're going to call her black. If she's walking in the midst of people, something goes down, they're going to say about your black people. They're not going to say there were 30 black people, one Ethiopian. But she made sure before she started spewing what she spilled out of her mouth about black women, that she separated herself. Oh, I'm not black, and I'm not talking about the Islanders or the Jamaicans and the Haitians. See? But then she gets on the film now where she digitizes herself up and says now she's the victim. See, when you open your mouth and you say things, this is what happens. Here's the problem between the both of you. First of all, okay, majority. As a statistician, you cannot use majority when you speak on race. Okay? That's the wrong thing you could ever do. Don't take my word for it. Go to a person who teaches anything, whether it be business statistics or any type of mathematical statistician. When it becomes a number that is too great for you to get a good sample, you cannot say that that's the whole. You can't say the majority. See, that's the problem we use with our English language is we use it wrong. Wrong. You will never, on your own, be able to composite a majority and say that this is the majority of the people that act like this. This is the majority of the people that think like this. This is the majority of the people that react to situations such as this. You can't do that. It's too grand. It's too grand. Your numbers will never come up to be what it should be to give anyone a true sample of what you're trying to prove. See, when you talk about what people do and you go the majority, that means you have a great sample. Do you know what your sample will consist of? As far as black Americans concerned, we would just take black Americans since you seem to be a black person who lives in America. You know how much people you would need in order for you to even use that word if you was to write out just a thesis statement on that? You have to at least come up with 12.6 million just to get a sample of what you're even trying to convey. Your sampling of what you're dealing with is so minute that it's almost, if it was a microorganism, you would need an electron microscope of over 50,000 times as a magnifying rate in order to see it. That's just how small, minute of a sample your life experience can make. Your life experience. The only people who could truly come close to talking about the black race, its plight, its rise, its fall, and where it should go, would be people such as Maya Angelou, who's been through a struggle, who's trod and done things as a black woman, and done what we all would dream that most of us who want to see black people rise above the plight that we're in. Let me tell you something. And this goes out to everyone who may be watching this. Black people have a lot to overcome, but we're the only race that if 1 or 2 or 3 people was to do something in the news, we all feel it. We all feel it. Other races, they don't have that problem. We have our people who get thrown under, get trodden. Those who stood up were mostly killed for standing up to try to uplift people and get equal rights. It's only been 40 some odd years since civil rights. 40. It's almost the span of my lifetime. My lifetime. And here you come, as if you know all the answers, and get up on YouTube and get all of this stuff going on about this and that. You only can deal with the people you come in contact with. Same goes for you, my Ethiopian sister. You can only deal with the people you contact with. And then you want to play the role of the victim. You're digitizing your face. Everyone already knows how you look. So that doesn't make any sense already. You know, you made your point. You want to stand by it, then go ahead and stand by it. But here you don't make a point and then don't want to debate it. And then go, oh, everyone's just going crazy. That's not people going crazy. That's not people going crazy. It's people standing up. And you go, well, if the shoe don't, you basically saying if the shoe don't fit, then don't try to put it on. Well, you know what? I'm one who doesn't stand by the wayside and watch other people get punched in the belly. No, that's not me. It's not how I am. Cameraeye11, on the other hand, he just points fingers. But for you to make that statement and for you, Cameraeye11, to say, oh, you support it, you know it's true. No, it's not true. Why? I have a Japanese friend I met when I lived in Okinawa when I served. And he's married to a black woman for over 11 years. 11. 2 beautiful kids, boy and a girl. He loves her to death. Doesn't see nothing else. He's introduced his culture to her, and she's introduced some cultural things that she has as a black American woman to him. So, here's one thing you've done that I would take aim on, is how do you go, I know my culture, I don't need to learn my husband's culture. His culture is what is a part of him. To procreate, to create, I hope you would love to procreate with him and create a beautiful child. Well, guess what? The culture that made your husband is the culture that is a part of your child. So shouldn't you know your child? Shouldn't you know your child? But you look young. And a lot of life lessons are learned as you get older. I've done a lot of crazy things in my young time. So you're young. So I give you the benefit of the doubt that you need to grow. But know this and know this well. Time will show that what you have said on film and put on here will come back to bite you. But then you will look at it again 5-10 years from now and go, you know, I should have never said that. And to you, Cameraeye11, I sent you a note under your agreeing with her, and I threw down the gauntlet and the challenge. Do you accept? I will debate with you at any time. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah barakatuh. Peace.